Welcome to Follow the Money. I'm China Barachina. Here we uncover the stories and strategies of how money really moves. I have a confession. I've been following today's guest for a while, not just for his restaurant reviews or airport lounge hacks, but because he has this rare gift. He makes money feel simple, practical, and human. He's articulate, disciplined, and he's built at following by showing us enjoying life and managing money don't have to be opposites. His journey from viral videos to becoming a trusted voice in finance is more than a content. It's a blueprint for young Filipinos can take control of their financial story. Joining us is Jax Reyes, content creator and co-founder of KasKasan Buddies. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon,
Jax.
Sheena. Thank you for having me, Muna.
Oh, it's so nice that you are here. I'm actually I'm following you since the beginning. When I was started looking at the lounges, I was trying to see which ones to go to. I looked for that content. That's where I found you.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm happy na helpful yung content.
So what was the first video? Do you still remember?
Sige, I'll go way back. I think my first video, I think nobody knows this. I started in YouTube. Way back before the pandemic. Like, before lockdown, ganun siya. That was where, 2000 talaga. So that's where I started. But, I got traction when I reposted one YouTube post ko or video about the devaluation of credit card points of a certain bank back then. Parang kinos-post ko lang sa TikTok. Parang out of nowhere, I just tried it and it worked. And I said, I think I should explore TikTok as a platform. Because
And this was like 2020?
2021.
Okay, 2021.
2021, like a year after.
What inspired you to put that subject? Like, why credit card?
Credit cards. I personally love credit cards. So luckily, when I was younger, my dad gave me a supplementary card. So I got to know how it works, and then it opened my world in rewards. Na parang you can get rewards with your credit card, but also spending kind of wisely na parang you have a budget. And then I love 50% dining. So if you ask my corporate life ko, you ask my colleagues, I'm the person who says, uy, may discount doon sa restaurant na to. We just have to line up and use this credit card. So that's how it all started. And then finding the best deals. Yon.
And then from there, you thought, it can be a content.
Yes. And I was bored. Sorry naman, my past life. I was kind of bored in the office back then. Because, parang lockdown. We didn't have to drive to work. So I had a little free time. So I said, why not manage both? Have my day job, plus on the side, I do content, specifically on credit card. That's how it all started.
What industry were you in when you were in corporate?
Telco.
Telco.
Telco, yes.
Okay.
That was my first, and I ended therein.
Okay. How many years were you there?
Almost 10 years.
10 years there. And then, were you a foodie na ever since?
I was a foodie, and I like traveling.
So both.
Both, yes.
So it worked.
So it kind of worked. And then sabi ko, sige, I'll just try. If people like the content, people resonate to it, why not? So I said, sige, go. I will try. I will do this.
Where was that
Sure.
time that you said to yourself, oh my God, I'm trending. Someone's recognizing me already.
I think it was also 2021. Na parang, I really started, it was because of we always had that notion na credit card masama.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
People always say, oh my God, mababaon ka sa utang. I wanted to break that norm. And then when people were questioning, or posing questions, sabi ko, uy, I think I'm on the right track.
Okay.
So that's where I knew na parang, okay, I think I can continue doing
That
this.
credit card can be not an extension of
Correct.
your money, but it's a replacement of your cash.
Or yes, a replacement, or really more of as long as you use it wisely, diba, you can benefit you can reap the benefits,
Totoo.
but also you don't have to fall in that pitfall na, you're going to be buried in debt, yung mga ganon.
So was it part of your content also to responsibly pay for the monthly bills that you're getting?
Yes, that's one thing that I always remind. Every time I end my content, I always say, pay in full on or before your due date. And then I always show, if you don't pay in full, how much interest will incur.
Totoo.
And then if ever you don't pay on time, magkano yung penalty. So you have to show you show the followers na, oh, ganito siya ha, ito siya, ang laki niya. Di ba?
So growing up, what was your earliest money memory? Is it saving, spending, or losing it?
Earliest. Flip side siya. My dad was really more of like, enjoy life. He's the type na, I would say, I'm so sorry, but ito yung YOLO. Kahit na wala pang YOLO nun. But my dad was very YOLO, na parang he believes in giving the kids the best that he can afford, diba? Enjoying life, being able to maybe travel sometime if he earns enough.
Are you the only kid?
No, we're 3. So I have a younger brother pa and a youngest
eldest
sister.
ka?
Eldest ako.
So
the
they look up
pressure
to you.
sa akin talaga, di ba? Yes.
And then what was that relationship in is it something about money mindset that you talk about over dinner, and how was it like was the relationship with you with money?
And on flip side, continue lang. On the flip side with my mom naman, she's the more matipid, di ba? She's the one who I remember every time we wanted to buy something, like luho. I talk about this on my content. She was the one who told me na, oh, if you want to buy a want, let's say a bag, you have to have 10 times that amount in your bank account before you buy that item. Diba, discipline. So very different than my dad. So it was really a struggle, and I was a very big kid when I was growing up. So
really?
Yes.
In size? Like,
yes, in size. And a lot of insecurities as well.
How did you manage that? Like that self-development?
It was very hard. Na for me, I really hid myself in buying things. So growing up, I was like trying to save my allowance, pero I would always go with my friends out na uso yung Starbucks back then. Sige, wag tayo kumain ng recess and lunch, pero maka-Starbucks tayo. Yeah, diba? It was something that I fell into na for the longest time. I'm a bag hag. So I love buying bags. So I remember growing up, talagang I was looking at bags every single day.
So spender and save.
Spender talaga ako na walang save. Medyo maliit yung savings. Like, 10%, ganon. So,
pero meron pa din.
Meron pa din. Yung parang tipong tinago ko siya sa wallet. Yung parang finold natin yung money. So, I fell into those pitfalls.
And how did it change now that you're trying to, give content about finance and making practical tips? How did it change your relationship with money?
It was actually mga 7 years, 5 years na ako in corporate. That's when I realized slowly, parang sabi ko, I think I'm not going anywhere. Financially. Like everyone that you would hear, di ba, parang, oh, they were able to buy, let's say, a condo na, they were able to save up this amount of money at this age, right? And I was like, introspection ko na yun, na parang sabi ko, am I on the right track? When I was buying all of these things, is it really for me or was it for other people? So I really, nag-social ako ng analysis, ganon.
And then you feel like you're buying these things for you to be at par with what's the, Instagram, like stories.
Yes.
So na-pressure ka ba dun?
You have that small pressure, but I think it was really me hiding my insecurities back then.
Okay.
Na parang if, let's say, I have the latest bag, you would get the respect of other people. Diba? So you were doing those things for other people. It was not really for myself.
For you, yeah. So when it comes to like seeing yourself, like you said you're not you're not a saver but rather a spender. Pero sa ibang tao, do you treat yourself as kuripot naman or just wise? Kasi 'di ba the tips that you're giving is actually practicality. So how do you consider? Are you somewhere in between?
Now, with all of those introspection, I think I'm in between. I would rate myself on a scale of 0 to 10, mga 7 na.
7 leaning towards?
Leaning towards kuripot.
Leaning
towards kuripot na.
So the more na nagkakaroon na monetize na yung efforts mo, the more ka nagkakaroon ng like willpower to save and to ano.
Exactly. And not only that, I think it's really more of thinking about my future. I think a lot of the current revolvement around my content was now more on retirement. I think a lot of Filipinos might not think about retirement. And that's why I really want to keep on drilling down the information na, uy, pag-isipan natin yung retirement natin. Because I've seen it firsthand na parang, this is a personal story. Di ba, my dad, syempre magre-retire na siya. I know that, okay, since hindi siya masyadong saver, then the retirement was really more of like...
The pension.
Mahirap, di ba? Paano kung walang pang pension?
Totoo.
So ako, for me, hindi labag sa loob ko, like giving my dad whatever, the retirement, the funds, paying for the family, it's okay with me, di ba? Pero for a lot of Filipinos, di ba, that might be very hard, especially yung mga breadwinners.
Yes, yes.
Where it pains me kasi to hear the story na walang-wala na ako for myself. How do I still, let's say, save? How do I think about my retirement?
One of the guests that I have, Dennis Lim, mentioned about the sandwich generation, di ba? Na parang, do you feel like in the scale of what you have right now, and so right now you're giving to your family, when did you realize that, okay, I have enough to save for myself, and I have enough also to give to them and splurge? So, when was that? Like, when did you realize na nandun na ako, malapit na ako doon, or I'm on my way there?
What I always did, even back then when I was in corporate, I always had my savings or for my investment. I take it out first. So unlike
What percentage?
Well, nasa 10 to 20 at the very
Okay,
least,
okay.
diba? So what happens kasi, what usually happens is, you say, you give first, then you have your needs, then you might have your wants, then whatever is left is your savings. Tapos sabi ko, flip it.
Which is the
Unahin
right
mo
way to
muna,
do,
diba?
yeah.
Unahin mo muna for myself. Then I have a certain amount that I'm okay to give. Kasi it cannot be naman na parang lahat na lang nila gusto nila.
Yeah.
Hindi. I'm not pro na give everything.
Yeah.
It's really more of, eto yung I'm happy to give, and hindi ko siya isusumbat. That's the amount that I have always in my mind. I will not ask for it because I'm okay and I'm willingly giving it to them.
So, you're saying that everything is about balance at the end of the day?
Agree. Balance talaga. Kasi I always say na, if walang-wala ka na, what happens to you? You know, alam mo yung napipaint kong picture is yung nasa CR ka, tapos
Napaka-futuristic mo mag-isip, no?
Hindi. Yung parang umiiyak ka sa CR na parang, oh my gosh.
May shower ba
may shower yan. Di ba yung gano'n? Yung parang unti-unti kang nalalaglag. Because you might not do it, but that's the feeling that the movie portrays, right? So I say, you don't want that point to happen to you. Kasi if ever you're the breadwinner, you will have to earn eh. If walang-wala ka na eh.
Kapag halimbawa, at the end of, towards the retirement life that you have, nabigay mo lahat, so what's left of you?
Correct.
Tapos kung halimbawa hindi naman lahat may family.
Exactly.
So what will happen to you? Wala kang anak na parang
Yes.
sila na no? That's something na at the generation of millennials are actually already thinking about.
Exactly. Kaya nga parang sabi ko, I don't have a family. If I get a partner in the future, thank God, di ba? But I
Hindi mo
don't
na
want...
pinupush muna.
Wala eh. Hindi ko parang hinahanap constantly. But I don't want the burden to be on my brother and my sister.
That's
Kasi I don't
very
think it's
nice.
fair for them.
All right. So, Jax, hold that thought.
Sige.
We're just warming up. Follow the Money returns after a short break. Welcome back to Follow the Money. Still with us is Jax Reyes, content creator and co-founder of KasKasan Buddies. Nabubulol pa rin ako doon. But let's talk about let's talk about your Facebook group, KasKasan Buddies.
Sige.
It was actually introduced to me by my sister-in-law. And ang dami kasi niyang alam when it comes to like saan ba yung may discount and all. So, paano mo siya na-create? What was the story behind KasKasan
it.
Buddies?
Okay, sobrang funny to. I'll go way back. I do love creating or doing TikTok live way back. Kasi I believe that question and answer is the best way.
Yeah.
And ang hirap kasi mag-type, di ba? So with live, if they have questions, sagot ko kaagad. So maybe a year when I was doing those content, they were all clamoring na, uy, dapat mag-Facebook group tayo para we have a community. And community was popping up back then during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So ako naman parang sabi ko, oh no, parang mahirap ata mag-Facebook. And because my first platform was TikTok rin eh. But luckily, I had a follower, which is my co-founder rin sa KasKasan Buddy, Joel. Siya yung parang nag-approach na parang, why not mag-create tayo ng community? And his background was community building as well.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And Web3 naman ang background niya and stocks.
Okay.
So very different yung parang background namin. Hindi siya credit card user back then. Ako naman yung credit card user. So he wanted to learn more about credit cards. Nakita niya yung mga content ko. So that's how it came to be.
Is he also a content creator?
He's not a content creator, pero pinupush ko nga siya maging content creator, di ba? Para more on stocks, di ba? And then that's how it all started. And then the name KasKasan Buddies was actually a placeholder. Sabi ko sa mga followers, sabi ko, ano bang magandang pangalan? Sabi nila, KasKasan Buddies. Kaya sabi ko, uy, cute ha? Sige, placeholder natin. Then hindi na siya napalitan.
And then cute kasi siya, dahil diba, ikaskas mo na
Ikaskas
yan.
mo yan, yes,
diba?
exactly.
That's the
So,
term.
kaya doon siya nagsimula. And then, that's how we built it. We're celebrating our 3rd year this Friday on the 29th.
And what's the latest with KasKasan Buddies?
So, latest niya is we finally have our mobile app na.
Oh, so hindi na lang announcements
Hindi na
sa
siya
Facebook
announcements
group.
and hindi na siya naka-Excel sheet. Kasi back then, it was all Excel sheets for the discounts. Now, it's via your app na.
Wow,
So, you can
ang
find your
sosyal.
dining na.
Si KasKasan Buddies nasa app na. So, it's
Oo.
available sa
Play
iOS.
Store and iOS.
Oh,
both.
nice. And the download kaya
everyone.
later.
And it's free. So, and then one thing that we also committed there was no getting or no collecting of personal information more than the name and an email and or a mobile number.
Nice.
So talagang sabi namin, you don't need to enter your credit card details. Kasi
When did you
We
launch
launched-
this?
wala pang 1 month. Mag-1 month pa lang.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Sobrang galing naman ng timing. Galing naman
Yes.
dito.
So download nyo yan.
Oh yeah, ayan na, magda-download na kami. I will personally download that. Kasi mahirap na, it's so hard to like check your emails,
Yes.
credit card emails, yung bills mo nandun, diba? And then when you
Correct.
go to naman to the website, sometimes hindi mo makita kung saan nandun yung mga
Yes.
or hindi siya updated,
So
diba?
what we did was really the 50% dining, yung pinaka-favorite nyo. And then we also have a bill management feature. So yung mga bills mo, you can enter the due date para may reminder siya every time na, magkano yun na yung kailangan mo bayaran. It's all on the app, right?
So in all of these things that you do, how do you monetize them?
How do we want? So it's really thank you to our partners talaga. So the partners believe in, let's say, what we want we want to push, the vision of like, not being afraid of credit cards and having access to credit.
Yeah.
So a lot of that, parang they have, let's say, they have the funds, then we give it back to the community. That's why we have, let's say, the games, the merchandise that we never sell. It's all free of charge na binibigay sa community
Talaga,
members.
free yung merch?
Yes, basta di ba you contribute, then you can get or you can win those merch like jackets, the bags, and of course funding a
naman.
lot of these different promos as well. Kasi we always say, what can you give to the community? It's not really for the owners or the founders, it's for the members.
How many members na ang KasKasan Buddies?
It's now at 1.1 million.
Grabe, no? How many years pa lang yan?
Mag 3 years.
Grabe, I swear, like, it's really something that, ano yan, surprise sa inyo? Like, the growth, you weren't, you didn't think that it's gonna go that far?
Hindi ko rin siya in-expect, yes. And it's even bigger than all of my platforms.
Okay.
And if a lot of people notice, I don't usually have my face on KasKasan Buddies.
Yeah, so I
Yes,
didn't know
correct.
until today.
Kasi we really wanted it to be agnostic. Na parang, if some people might not, like personally ako, sabi ko, if you don't, let's say, associate or you don't like how I deliver some of my content, then you have KasKasan Buddies who spins it around in a different delivery. Para you hit more people as well.
I see. Ang ganda naman that you think also your non-followers.
Correct.
Parang first time ko narinig yun.
For ano talaga siya, for the Filipinos talaga.
Ang
I
galing.
believe.
So, do you consider yourself patriotic?
Yes. Ako,
Kasi
yes.
parang, di ba, serving,
Correct.
parang more of what you're doing is more of service, like more of
Yes.
giving people easy way to use like something like credit cards.
Correct.
So yun naman, in your personal investment, how did you start? Like, are you investing like in what investment instruments?
I personally love mutual funds and UITFs.
okay, so you started with it.
Majority ko, yes. Yan talaga. I like it, I love it, because it's easy for me.
Okay.
Then a little portion, syempre, on stocks pa rin. Like all the companies that I personally love and believe in. And then I have very, very little sa Bitcoin or the
okay.
cryptos. Maliit na maliit lang. And a portion is still on the typical time deposits.
And with the digital banks right now, pwede
Pwede
na yan
na rin eh.
Oo.
I have some in traditional, then I still have what I always push, yung high yield savings account na digital banks. Kasi
Yes,
sayang ang taas ng
totoo.
interest.
Totoo.
And it's very
Anong
easy.
favorite mo sa kanila?
The brand ba? Or
Na
the
percentage.
The percentage?
Ano yung pinakamataas? Huwag ko na sabihin if not.
Oo nga eh.
oo.
Hindi naman. But Kasi it depends eh. The percentage might be high, pero usually may limit and may
Yeah,
cap,
kasi promo
diba?
din
Promo
yan.
rin siya. So, di ba may 12%, may 14%, but it's usually promo. What I always say is, go with a digital bank that, you know, you like to use.
Yeah,
Kasi
totoo.
if you keep on, let's say, going just habol ka na
Gusto mo
maghabol.
UI,
yung
UX,
UI eh.
diba?
Mahirap kasi pag hindi mo siya gustong gamitin, yung money mo, baka makalimutan mo siya, tapos hindi mo naalala nandiyan na yung pera mo rin as
Totoo,
well.
totoo. Pero how many % are you exposed to in terms of cryptocurrency?
Very minimal. Ako like 10%.
Oo. Pero at least hindi ka nag-shy away
I don't
to
shy
try.
naman. But I
Oo.
rarely talk about it. Kasi parang for me, I don't believe and I don't think I'm still that well.
In terms of
in
like
terms.
in that particular
Correct.
which is very responsible of you.
Yeah.
Marami kasi 'di ba na content creators na by learning a little, kasi I'm a licensed broker, so
Correct.
nakikita ko ang daming danger when it comes to like,
Yes.
'di ba, saying a stock, saying a
Correct.
particular investment instrument, yung pala konti lang yung alam nila.
Agree.
And you admit what you want to share with them is something that you are really confident of sharing.
Agree. Yes.
Yeah, nakakatawa naman. So let's go with rapid fire. This is
Sige.
the question you didn't see. So anything that comes to mind,
Okay.
You don't have to explain. If money literally grew on trees,
Okay.
what tree would you plant first? Okay, mango,
Okay.
coconut, or money new tree? What's that? So, okay,
Baka.
not your ordinary. Tama ba? Money NYO tree.
Hindi ko alam yung money nyo tree. Pero baka
Money nyo.
mag-coconut na lang ako.
Coconut. Okay, coconut. What's more stressful, waiting for YouTube ads, revenue, or waiting for Shopee delivery?
Ay. Baka yung delivery, I feel.
If
Oo.
talaga, if your wallet could talk, what would it say about you?
Lahat cards na lang, walang cash.
Cashless na.
Cashless talaga.
So complete the sentence. Money follows you when blank.
When you're doing something that you love.
I can see that. And finally, our traditional question here in Follow the Money. If you complete the sentence, what is it for you? Money is the root of all blank.
My gosh. I think it's really greed and evil.
That's love for money. But if you are if you are like money is the root of all blank for you personally.
For me, I think it's really, to have a comfortable life in the future.
Thank you so much, Jax, for sharing your journey today. I'm really happy that we have you here at the show.
Thank you, China. Thank you so much.
Every success story begins with passion and grows with purpose. As Steve Jobs once said, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. What I love about Jax is this. His proof that you don't need to be born with wealth to build wisdom about money. His story reminds us that discipline doesn't mean deprivation and travel doesn't mean debt. It's about choices, systems, and a mindset that values tomorrow as much as today. So wherever you are on your own journey, whether it's saving, investing, or maybe just starting, remember this. The flow of money follows clarity. I'm China Barachina. Stay curious, stay sharp, and always follow the money.